In the tapestry of life, we all yearn for blessings, for moments when the universe seems to conspire in our favor. For believers, this yearning finds its answer in the concept of divine favor, an extraordinary outpouring of God's grace that transcends human understanding. When we walk in alignment with His will, divine favor becomes a guiding light, leading us to unexpected breakthroughs and blessings. It's in those moments, when doors swing open effortlessly, that we witness the tangible evidence of His hand upon our lives. The scriptures overflow with stories of ordinary individuals who, through their unwavering faith and obedience, experienced extraordinary financial blessings. From the patriarchs of old to the early disciples, the message is clear. God desires to bless His children abundantly. He longs to see us prosper, not just spiritually, but in every area of our lives, including our finances. This favor isn't a reward for our efforts, it's a testament to His goodness and grace. When we surrender our desires to Him, trusting in His plan, we open ourselves to a life overflowing with His blessings. This is the essence of divine favor, a life lived in harmony with God's purpose, where blessings flow naturally, abundantly, and unexpectedly. Remember, dear friends, you are not defined by your circumstances, but by the promises of God. Step into the fullness of His favor, knowing that He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating miracles on your behalf. The Bible is replete with stories that illustrate the transformative power of divine favor. Take, for instance, the life of Joseph. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, Joseph could have easily succumbed to bitterness and despair. Yet even in the darkest of times, he clung to his faith, trusting in God's plan. His unwavering belief, coupled with his integrity and wisdom, attracted divine favor. He rose through the ranks, eventually becoming second in command to Pharaoh, saving Egypt from famine, and ultimately reconciling with his family. Then there's the legendary King Solomon. Known for his wisdom, wealth, and influence, Solomon's reign was a testament to God's blessings. When given the opportunity to ask for anything, Solomon chose wisdom above all else. This pleased God, who not only granted him unparalleled wisdom, but also showered him with riches and honor beyond measure. Solomon's story reminds us that seeking God's wisdom is the key to unlocking His blessings. These biblical accounts are not mere historical anecdotes, they are timeless reminders of God's unwavering faithfulness. Just as God favored Joseph and Solomon, He desires to favor you and me. Believe in His promises and watch as He transforms your life. Divine favor is not confined to the pages of the Bible. It's a living reality that continues to unfold in the lives of people around the world. Countless individuals today can attest to experiencing unexpected financial breakthroughs, miraculous provisions, and open doors that could only be attributed to God's hand. From entrepreneurs experiencing sudden surges in business, to families finding unexpected financial relief, these modern-day miracles serve as powerful reminders that God is still in the business of blessing His people. Consider the story of a single mother struggling to make ends meet. Facing mounting bills and the prospect of losing her home, she turned to prayer, seeking God's intervention. Miraculously, she received an unexpected job offer with a significant salary increase, allowing her to provide for her family and keep her home. These stories, while seemingly ordinary, are anything but. They are testaments to the fact that God is still actively involved in the lives of His children. He sees our struggles, hears our prayers, and longs to pour out His blessings upon us. Your miracle is on the way. Experiencing divine favor isn't about manipulating God or treating Him like a cosmic vending machine. It's about cultivating an intimate relationship with Him, built on a foundation of unwavering faith and trust. Faith, as the Bible tells us, is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Trust, on the other hand, is the unwavering confidence that God has our best interests at heart, even when His plans are not immediately clear to us. When we cultivate a heart of faith and trust, we create an environment where divine favor can flourish. This doesn't mean we'll never face challenges or experience financial difficulties. However, when we trust in God's provision, we can face those challenges with a sense of peace and confidence, knowing that He is our provider and our protector. He will never leave us nor forsake us. Remember, faith and trust are not passive. They are active choices we make every single day. Choose to believe in God's promises. As you do, you'll find yourself walking in a greater measure of His favor, experiencing breakthroughs and blessings in ways you never thought possible. One of the most counterintuitive yet profoundly impactful ways to attract divine favor is through generosity. In a world that often celebrates self-preservation and material accumulation, generosity stands as a radical act of faith. It's about recognizing that everything we have is a gift from God and choosing to be a conduit of His blessings to others. When we are generous with what God has given us, whether it's our time, talents, or finances, we demonstrate our trust in His provision. This act of faith unlocks divine favor in powerful ways. The Bible tells us that it is more blessed to give than to receive. When we give generously, we open ourselves to receive God's blessings in abundance. Our generosity creates a ripple effect, touching the lives of others and inspiring them to do the same. Remember, generosity is not about the amount, but about the heart. When we give with a pure heart, motivated by love for God and others, we activate the law of sowing and reaping. Section 6. Blessings for a greater purpose. It's important to remember that financial blessings are not just for our own comfort and enjoyment. They are tools that God can use for His glory and to bless others. When we understand this principle, our perspective on wealth and possessions shifts. We no longer view them as ends in themselves, but as resources entrusted to us for a greater purpose. The Bible teaches us that to whom much is given, much will be required. When God blesses us financially, it's not so we can live in luxury and extravagance. It's so we can be a blessing to others, to support ministries that are spreading the gospel, and to meet the needs of those less fortunate. When we use our blessings to bless others, we not only honor God, but we also experience the joy and fulfillment that comes from living a life of purpose. Embrace the opportunity to be a good steward of God's blessings, using your resources to make a positive impact on the world around you. Section 7. Embracing God's timing. One of the most challenging aspects of faith is learning to trust God's timing. We live in a culture of instant gratification where we expect everything to happen on our timetable. However, God often operates on a different schedule. His ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. When it comes to financial blessings, it's easy to become discouraged if we don't see immediate results. We may start to question God's goodness or doubt His promises. However, it's in these seasons of waiting that our faith is refined and our trust in Him deepens. The Bible reminds us that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Our breakthrough may not come when we want it, but it will come at the right time, in God's perfect timing. Trust in His timing, even when it doesn't make sense. Your season of breakthrough is coming. Section 8. Stewardship. Honoring God with our finances. Stewardship is a fundamental principle that underpins our relationship with God, particularly when it comes to our finances. It's about recognizing that everything we have, including our material possessions, ultimately belongs to God. We are merely caretakers, entrusted with managing His resources for His glory. This understanding should radically transform the way we view and manage our money. It's not about hoarding what we have or spending it recklessly. It's about being responsible, disciplined, and intentional with our finances. Practical steps like budgeting, saving, and giving generously are not just good financial advice, they are acts of worship. When we manage our finances wisely, we honor God and demonstrate our trust in His provision. We free ourselves from the bondage of debt and position ourselves to be a blessing to others. Section 9. Walking in overflow and abundance. Divine favor is not a destination, it's a journey, a way of life. It's about walking in step with God, trusting in His guidance, and living a life of obedience and generosity. As we do, we position ourselves to experience His blessings in extraordinary ways. Imagine a life where you no longer worry about finances, where you have more than enough to meet your needs and to bless others. Imagine doors of opportunity swinging open effortlessly, and unexpected breakthroughs becoming the norm. This is the life of abundance that God desires for you. It's not a life of extravagance or excess, but a life of peace, joy, and fulfillment, knowing that you are living in alignment with God's purpose for your life. Remember, you are a child of the Most High God, and you are worthy of His blessings. Walk in faith, trust in His timing, and watch as He does exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ask or think.